Good morning, my power back. Here's the plan. The house appearance and the pool appearance, I think, are going to be transformed today. Relatively minor things, but I think they're going to make a big difference. Around the pool, they're working on the Pebble dash for the coping around the sunken seating area. On the roof, they're back and they're working on the roof across the spa and gym and patio. I think those two things will make a substantial difference to how it all looks. Well, we'll see. What could possibly go wrong? Well, we're only an hour and a half in and this already looks completely different. It's amazing the difference in appearance that this outside edge around the sunken seating area, as they're doing the Pebble dash finish, just makes it look completely different. I am pretty confident they'll have all around the outside edge here done today. And given how much progress they've made already, they may do other areas. We'll have to watch and see. And this is going to look very different. When they finish putting this roofing over the gym and spa and the little area over the patio, I think the back of the house will be transformed. So we did lose a day of their work yesterday. They didn't make it in. So whatever we said previously about finishing on day 172 is now in doubt. I'm not saying it won't happen, but it's in doubt. This is the other part that I think is going to look very different by the end of today. Got new Rico. Well, he's not that new, but he came second of the Ricos, and new Richard, who came second of the Richards, working on this revision to the window in the dirty kitchen. This tiny revision that I'm sure won't cost the builder any money at all. I think they'll get a lot of progress done with putting in this extra beam today, and it won't be long before the concrete hollow blocks start going in across the top. There you go. I hope that came out. If it didn't, Mr. Jesse said for audio, he's wiring in the audio. I hope that came across. So, speaker wiring, audio balancing, basically putting sound into the kitchen.
Balance speaker, left and right.
Left and right, there you go.
And mid-range.
Fantastic. Okay, so we've got in the kitchen, speaker wiring, sound system wiring going in. And we've got Oliver and one or two others in here as well today, working again on the basis for these kitchen cabinets. And if it wasn't clear yesterday, that's my bad, but basically all of the bottom of all of this cabinetry will be concrete, including a base for whatever we're going to put on the top surfaces, which of course is going to be predominantly granite or granite, as it is, I believe, said here. So I think this is another area. It will look different by the end of today. Yesterday they put some of that thin initial plaster on these walls, and then this morning they've started putting that thicker regular layer of palatada on these columns. Nobody working on it right now. I imagine somebody will be back on it later in the day. Manny overseeing double Marvin. We're back to double Marvin on palatada on the outside of the living room. Jeff and O'Donnell having a conversation about finishing off these windows in the storage room. O'Donnell's hiding, but he's working on both of these windows today. Back in the workshop, Roof Team A working on trusses again. They're working on a shorter one over there, and keep your dizzy pills. We've got these two here, and I think they're all for the canopy over the front door. Upstairs, as is going on every day, more window finishing. That's unusual. Haven't seen that before. Looks like they're doing that one at an angle. It's just after lunch, and they have finished all around the outside of the sunken seating area, and it looks marvellous. Well, it does to me. And now working on the steps. We'll see if that gets finished today. I think they've got a good chance of finishing that. That's quicker than I expected. They're getting concrete hollow blocks in there already. Oh, they don't hang around, these guys. Inside the main kitchen, the framing for the cabinets hasn't extended, but they have started putting in, I think that's predominantly gravel in the base. And they've done that in about 3 different areas so far. It's almost done. Well, the main structure of it, they've pretty much got all of the metal in place. There was a question about the thickness of this material. It's 0.5 of a millimetre. 0.5 of a millimetre? Yes, 0.5 of a millimetre. And that's the same as they used on the main roof as well, although a different colour. Here in the back bedroom on the north side, yet more wire going in. It's only when you sort of watch this all the way through that you start to appreciate how much wire there is in a house. Now, we may have gone a bit bonkers on the Ethernet because we wanted it everywhere, but I think even without that, the amount of wiring that's involved is kind of mind-blowing, really. This is the centre bedroom at the front of the house, where these windows are getting squared. And here in the master bedroom, Richard, he of the not enthusiastic Monday morning exercise, working on windows here. They're just preparing to get the first of the trusses up here, which is currently right here. That's getting ready to go up. That'll be the first of I don't know how many. We'll count them in. Marvin and Jeff working on the front of the living room wall. That power tarda. Top almost done, bottom half I doubt they'll finish all of that today. They might make some progress with it. Oliver's just measuring out where the dishwasher will go, and he's just switched off the laser level, but it was on, and he was also using a spirit level, and they'll cut out the metal framing just for that section where the dishwasher will be. It just doesn't work, so there will be a gap in the frame. There'll also be a gap in the concrete countertop at that point, because if they put the concrete countertop in, it'll be too low. So the granite will just have to span across from 2 areas on either side where there is concrete support. The bell is gone. It's 4:30. And rather than starting at the swimming pool, which I seem to do rather too often for these wrap-ups, we'll start up here. The roof is mostly done. Certainly not finished. Along the edge there, I think that's, what's that, the flashing? And along the far end, the fascia's not finished over there either. But they've gone a long way with this roof today. And they were also working on the roof over the carport a little bit. So the team was split up, but it's mostly done. Back in the kitchen, they have cut out the area where the dishwasher will go and put in a new wall, and they have put concrete in most of the base of this area of cabinets. I'll swing around off camera. They've also got the concrete in the base of this one, and now I'm going to swing on camera because they've done that one as well. Quiet Marvin was doing a little bit of finishing around these 2 door areas going into the dining room. Not done yet, but he's got part of it done. It's way too dark to go in there, but original Rico has got all the plaster done inside this bathroom on the side of the sunroom. Loud Marvin didn't quite get this exterior of the lounge living room wall done, but gone a long way. Another day and for sure that will be finished. we do have the first of the trusses in place for the canopy over the front door. I think it's going to look awesome. Or it'll just look huge and completely out of place. No, let's go with awesome. The swimming pool guys, who this morning finished all the coping around the outside of this sunken seating area, got 2 out of the 3 steps done today. I don't know why they do it that way. There must be a very good reason why they missed out the middle one. No idea, but anyway, they did. And they've also then started to put some more metal forms in place around here for the bench seat. Not quite sure exactly what that's for, because the tile is already there, so I guess the top of the bench must stick out a little bit. I don't know. We'll see later. Once again, at the end of a blisteringly hot day, and it was today, they find the energy to do this. There we go, finally. I said at the start of the day, I thought that the work on the pool and the work on the patio and gym roof would kind of transform the appearance. Well, from down here, the work on the roof onto the patio doesn't really transform it, but from a little further back, it does. And I do think that the work on the coping does absolutely transform this area. So we're left with some finishing work inside that seating area. We're left with the bridges. We're left with the tiles for the floor, and we still, as far as I know, don't have a date as to when they're coming. And then we're really into the finishing stages of this pool. There'll be lights and I don't know. Well, there'll be a couple of trees. Not sure what else. But we're getting towards a pool that looks 90% finished. We're not quite there yet. And there's still the waterfall to deal with. It's not far away though. Okay, end of the day. For me, 100% build delicious today. Getting very close to that roof being done. Big steps on the pool. The canopy over the front door. Still more electrical, still more plastering. The window over on the dirty kitchen. Reduced already. Oh my word, what a day. See you tomorrow.